Hello, welcome back to Faces of Truth. It's been a long time, but there is a subject I would really love to talk about tonight. Dog tired, been working all day, but this particular topic is really crucial. To start out, I'd like to make the point that I am 1/7 Native American, which has made the statement that the United States government is operating concentration camps on the southern border a little laughable to me. Why? Because they say that there have been no concentration camps within the United States before this time. The Japanese will remember the internment camps of World War II. Native Americans, like myself, will remember the reservation system, both of which were established by Democrats bent on exterminating good, legal citizens of the United States. Well, or of the original nation that lived in the United States. I would like to make the point that Chief Philip, otherwise known to the immigrants as King Philip, and the European immigrants as King Philip, was one of the United States' lesser known founding fathers. He gave the founders the knowledge that they needed to build part of our free nation. The knowledge came from two sources: Native American elders from the civilized tribes, such as the Cherokee and most of the Algonquian nations, and the Holy Bible. The Holy Bible is the root of our free system of government. As a Native American, I am indeed alarmed at the situation at the southern border of the nation that we now call home. King Philip helped European immigrants to found the United States with one goal in mind: to establish freedom for all, including his people, the people of the civilized tribes, that European immigrants and Native Americans could live at peace. But in the day and time of King Philip, those who were parallel to our Democrat Party today betrayed the Native Americans, leading to a horrific episode called the Trail of Tears, which drove the Cherokee and many of our people to the Oklahoma Territory, clearing the way for European settlement. Yes, the Democrats betrayed us, but we became stronger and more open to the situation that maybe our position in United States culture was becoming a lot more essential. Even though we were being marginalized and crushed as a free people. Let's move forward. Once again, in World War II, a people of impeccable ability naturalized Japanese citizens were marginalized by who? The Democrat Party, and shipped to internment camps. Japanese who desired to serve in the military were not allowed. The Democrats said, if you want to prove yourself good citizens, you'll go without struggling to these prison camps. A lot of them died. Let's now visit today. A lot of the Native American population in the United States is still on reservations, being persecuted by Democrat politicians. I will emphasize Democrat politicians. I'm 7% Native American. I don't know my lineage because, of course, my family kept that aspect of their lives secret. The bona fide wolf man, or werewolf, if you want to look at it that way. The werewolf was an analogy for Native Americans that went underground and hid their identity as Native Americans to avoid persecution by Democrat politicians. Okay, so, southern border. We have a problem here. We have an influx of immigrants, not from our Colombian cousins, but from Africa. It's not that I am adverse about Africans immigrating, but these Africans are not immigrating properly. Arab immigrants. I'm not against Arabs coming to the United States. As a matter of fact, if they study the laws that we gave the Europeans, if they understand the liberties that this country is founded on, that we, the Native Americans, helped to establish for ourselves and for the European immigrants. Even though the European immigrants, aka the Democrats, betrayed us, shipped us to concentration camps, and wanted us dead because we would not kowtow to their over-governmentalization of the system that we set up to free the European immigrants from their oppressive homeland governments. We suffered because these people were trying to establish oppressive governments in the stead of the government we helped their founders set up. We were savages because we were free. Let me revise that. We were savages because we were protecting our rights, which we set up the government of the United States to protect, even though we viewed ourselves as an independent people from the immigrants. We welcomed them with open arms, obviously, becoming disappointed because those we worked so hard to help become free wanted to enslave us. The Democrats wanted to enslave us. The Democrats today want to enslave the world. We can see this at the southern border. Millions of people flooding to the southern border. They say they're coming as refugees from nations across the sea. These nations that they say they are fleeing, are nations of pirates that used to go from sea to sea, enslaving men and women of every race, creed, and color. The Somalis were those pirates. And we presently have a Somali in our House of Representatives. Yes, my Native American brethren, we have a pirate in our Congress. The Congress of the United States is our Congress. We helped establish a government of freedom for all. But once again, we are being betrayed by those who are inaccurately posing as those who want to save us. They're allowing more of their brethren into the country so that we have less and less of a voice. I call out to every Native American within the borders of the United States, and also Canada, if you can do this. March down to the southern border of the United States and help build a wall like our ancestors built. The mound-building civilizations of the Midwest, who built great fortifications of earthenwork with huge pickets. The structures didn't have gates, but they had the ability to prevent the influx of huge volumes of invaders. We need to stand with the conservative movement in the United States to break the grip of our Democrat oppressors. We need to recognize ourselves as the original conservative movement in the United States, persecuted by liberal progressives, and we need to march down to the southern border, dig up monumental ditches at that border, casting up mounds of earth and building works of pickets and towers to prevent pirates from coming in, and to make sure that if children come in, they are coming in properly educated in our system of government with their proper parents, and not to be sold as sex slaves for the oppressive Democrat regime. Thank you for watching. If you like this presentation, please like, subscribe, and please share also. The word needs to get out that, yes, we have a crisis on the border. It is a crisis of morality, and it was a crisis built by our betrayers, the Democrats. Also, please leave a comment. I don't care if it's negative or positive. I like to see where my audience is going to go with the dialogue. Thank you very much. Have a nice week. Bye.